Welcome everybody, my name is Ben, and welcome to my channel, Throttle Ocean. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys what I know about repairing inflatable boats. So, when it comes to repair kits, there's a couple places you could buy them. Obviously there's Amazon, your local West Marine or Marine store should carry these products. First of all, you're going to want to identify your inflatable boat if it's made of either PVC or Hypalon. That's important when it comes to buying your kit. First off is like a little emergency kit here. They usually will come with, your patch and adhesive and sandpaper for your repair. I used all the adhesive out here, but it does come with it. This is a good option. It has plenty of material. Actually, it comes with 2 of these, so that's plenty of material to work with. I also got this adhesive. Since I used all this up, this stuff works pretty well, and it comes in this tube here. So this is Hypalon, a Hypalon repair kit. You can see here. Oh, it's backwards, but yeah. So there's Hypalon and PVC. You want to make sure you get the right one, because that is important when it comes to glue and material. So my inflatable boat is currently tied up alongside my sailboat that I'm inside of right now, and I'm going to be repairing a existing patch that failed. I was in a hurry in the middle of cruising, and I patched it with too small of a piece. And what happened was it got really hot outside. The air inside the tubes expanded and overpressurized the tubes, and it popped that patch off. So I'm going to repair it with a lot more surface area this time. We'll get outside here and take that old patch off, clean it up, and get this repair underway. So there's a few items we're going to need here. First off is some acetone to clean off the surface area. This is a super important step that shouldn't be overlooked. It makes a huge difference. Obviously, you're going to need your Hypalon or PVC adhesive, your patching material, and some sandpaper. And for all you interested, this is my boat here. She's a Cal 34 Mark III. If you want to see some other videos of me sailing, go ahead and check out the channel and subscribe. Alright everybody, well here's the boat here. This is my 10-foot inflatable rib Achilles. And I love this little boat. And down here is the patch we're going to be repairing today. So it's kind of like loose, as you can see, and this bow section deflates over time. So first thing we're going to do here is deflate this section. The boat will be fine, we'll still float, but we can't have any air pressure in there for the repair. I'm going to go ahead and release the air. You can actually leave that in. Make sure it's nice and deflated, because we don't want any air pressure pushing out on that. So first off, obviously we gotta remove the old patch. So we're just gonna try to rip this thing off. And that thing was really on there in places, but here we see the little, that's a little puncture there. So next step is to get this all cleaned up. Alright, well we start out with some acetone here on this rag. Get it nice and saturated. And then we're gonna go to work on scrubbing all the glue off of here. You see it just pulling that adhesive right off. Alright, well, the old patch is removed. We cleaned up the whole area here. And now what we're going to do is kind of figure out where the new patch is going to go. Because we got to sand the area where we're going to put it, the adhesive. So, as you can see, this little cut here is pretty small. So, we don't need a huge patch, but I'm going to go a little bigger. So I'm probably going to do about at least 2 inches on each side. connecting the lines, just using this fabric for a straight line. So I'm gonna go here, there. Okay. Now we just cut it out. Alright, so what's important on these is you don't want sharp edges, because those will cause the patch to start to peel later on. So we want to try to round these off as much as we can, make them look nice. So now that we got the patch cut out, we're gonna take it and go ahead and we're gonna center it here on our puncture. So we would center that. I don't know if you can see them, they're little black marks. So I took a Sharpie and referenced where the patch will sit. So when we take it off, we know exactly where we're gonna have to sand in this area. So here's our sandpaper. We're gonna just scrape up this area inside the dots and give that adhesive a good surface with ridges to cling to. So just go ahead and depending on how dirty it is and how much you need to sand, go over it until you think it looks good. Alright, so after sanding up the boat, we're gonna go ahead and do the same on the patch on the bottom side. The face that's gonna be facing the boat, we wanna go ahead and sand that up too. Alright, so the next step after the sanding is to acetone the surfaces you just sanded. Get all that residue cleaned off, so we're gonna some acetone this rag. Go ahead, clean this all off. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand for the camera, but get these as clean as you can. Also, of course, we're gonna be applying acetone on this side. And we'll lose our reference marks, so we'll be kind of careful with those, but this all cleaned up. Alright, so with whatever adhesive you decide to use, go ahead and read the instructions, because they do vary. This one says to ensure the surfaces are dry, abraded well, brush a thin coat on both surfaces, and allow to dry for a minimum of 30 minutes. Apply a second coat and leave for 5 minutes until slightly tacky. Bring surfaces together with as much pressure as possible. So we're going to go ahead and brush some onto both surfaces and let it sit for 30 minutes. Alright, we're going to apply a little bit of this glue, this patch. Alright. And then I don't have a brush, but I do have cardboard, so we'll just spread this thoroughly across a thin layer. Alright, well, just spread a thin layer on the boat. We'll let that sit for 30 minutes and tack up. And then we'll put the patch on. Alrighty, well, both sides have been tacking up for about 30 minutes now. The boat and the patch as well. So we're gonna go ahead and apply some glue. They say to wait 5 minutes for it to tack up, but the humidity and the temperature is so low right now, it's basically setting up immediately. So we're gonna wait about maybe just a minute or so and put it on. Alright, let's go ahead and get this on there. Turn our reference marks. So, there. I'm going to take this pipe, use it for a roller. Alright, so we really just get that patch on there. We've been rolling it on with this pipe, using it pressure to get it nice and flat. And all that adhesive spread out, so it's sticking fairly well now. So we're just going to sit here and babysit it for, 15 minutes, make sure nothing pops up. We're just going to continue kind of rolling it into the boat. Alright, well, the patch is on there real nice and tacked down. Now we just have to wait for 24 hours before re-inflating the skiff, and it should be good to go. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching and hopefully learned something. If you enjoy what you're seeing, go ahead and check out the channel, subscribe. I'd appreciate that very much. And until next time, I'll see you guys out there. Thanks.